Does that ring a bell to you at all?
Yes.
We should both be on this video. I don't know why you're doing it this way.
Okay, is the microphone working?
I hope so.
Why do you look so pretty tonight?
Because I'm going on a date.
Me too. We're going, hopefully, to dinner at the Reunion Tower in Dallas, Texas. Right here. Where 24 years ago, I proposed marriage to this beautiful woman. She wasn't as beautiful back then. And she said yes, and the rest is history. It's date night, and we're gonna get up there and at a minimum see the city and maybe have dinner.
Maybe have dinner. A lot has changed in 24 years. When we came last time, you just went right up and you could go to the observation deck. And if you don't know anything about the Reunion Tower, it's a ball that just slowly rotates, spins or whatever.
As a restaurant. As
a restaurant up there, and an observation deck around the top. And so you could just go up. Well, now it costs, I think, like $18 to get in, and then also you can go to the restaurant and eat dinner.
Yep.
And they say they highly recommend reservations, which I called because this is kind of spur of the moment, and no one answered. So I'm hoping that we can get in, and maybe not. Maybe we'll just pay and go to the observation deck, and then.
When we were last here, we had very little money.
Very little.
And we shared a chicken entree.
That's right.
And
the cheapest thing we could find.
There
were
high school kids at prom.
Yeah, that's right. Oh no, it was homecoming because it was October.
It was homecoming, and they were pulling up in what do you call it? Limousines
and stuff. And we're like these poor college kids, and
anyway,
we had no money. We were here.
You know what's funny?
What?
Back then I made $6.16 an hour.
Wow.
And now I don't have a job. Let's go. Star Wars, baby! We're gonna see The Force Awakens, The Next Jedi, The Last of the Han Solo. What's it called?
Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker. Which one is Skywalker? The one that beeps and spins around? Just kidding. I know tons about Star Trek. The Wookiees and Klingons just jumping out all over the place. Are you excited?
Yes.
You sound it. Are you guys ready for this day?
Yes.
You see Megan today?
I'm excited to see Megan.
Today is a game changer day. Are you excited about today?
A little bit.
I'm excited for today.
Ow. Oh, ow.
Me too.
You kind of poked my arm there. Today's kind of a game changer day. It's the last day we're going to be in the camper for probably close to a month. And we're sort of putting together our last breakfast.
I'm so excited to be in a real kitchen again.
With the full-size stovetop.
I'm excited to be in a real bed again.
I know, the kids are excited to be in real beds. I'm sure we've mentioned, but we're renting a house in the Oklahoma City area so that our oldest daughter, Megan, can have her baby. And so this is a really exciting time because we get to be back together again. We've been in different places for a while. We've been traveling, and they have been kind of hunkering down the last stages of pregnancy. And so we're going to be together. And it's going to be really fun and really exciting to become grandparents. So that's also a game changer. Brand new phase of life for us, for sure.
Completely new. And we're also excited because this is going to be the first time since we've bought the property that all the adults are going to be together. So once the adults are all together, we can really start planning out what our first few steps are once we get on the land in the spring. So we're all pretty nervous about what the next stages of life are going to hold, but today's the beginning of that.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Let's get some breakfast and we'll get to the house.
Just got done doing our errands. We had to dump the tanks because we're not going to be in the camper for the next month. Now we're on our way, headed to the new house. It's not too far. It's about an hour from Oklahoma City, so not too far. It's out in the country, so that'll be really fun. They say they have horses, so we'll see. Emma's excited, right, Em?
Yeah. Me too. I love horses.
I know you do. We'll have a lot of fun.
We got a lot of chores to do too while we're there.
We do have chores to do. We have just things around the camper. You know how it is. You're traveling and you just don't get all those repairs done and things. Something falls or needs to be cleaned or whatever, and we haven't quite gotten all that done every time we've stopped. So just things.
Take apart those bikes. And
yeah, and the bikes from all that sand and
the beach water. Everything's rusted.
So that'll be a project for sure. I need to take all the curtains down, especially behind the sink, because you know the backsplash from the sink washing dishes, the curtains are all gross. So I'm gonna take everything out and wash it. You know, wash bedding and stuff that we haven't washed in a while. Things like that. It'll be really nice to have that time.
When you watch those videos and they're like, I made up my camper and it's super cute, everything's pretty. It's like, then I stepped foot in it.
I know. Then we lived in it for 5 months.
And it just
almost 6 months now, actually. Yeah. It's almost 6 months. Can you believe it?
Yeah, that's crazy. Today is the second full day at the Airbnb rental where we're staying in Oklahoma. We're going into town to get some supplies, and while we're there, I think the men are going to spend a little time working on Mom's house, fixing some things on the shingles and maybe some screens.
Moving into our rental house here in the last few days, just getting organized, and we made a grocery run, and it pretty much looks like our camper threw up into this house, but hopefully at some point we will get it cleared up. We really did bring in like some of our pots and pans and things just because there's a lot of Teflon here and it's all scratched up, and I don't know, you get used to cooking a certain way and using certain tools, and you just kind of feel like you need your own. At least that's the way I am. I need kind of my own style of cooking with my own pots and pans. So anyway, I ended up bringing a lot of that stuff in. But for the most part, there's dishes here and silverware and things that we are using, and but we definitely have kind of made a mess of it. And then this morning, everybody's playing games, and we're gonna go take a walk around the property. I don't know, I think we've showed the horses before, but we're just gonna go take a walk out into the pasture and kind of see kind of what the rest of the property looks like. Nope. Hold back that way. Hey, this way, Em. So we're just walking around the property, taking a little walk. It's 80 acres, which is really cool.
I found a potato.
That's a rock.
Kids keep finding potato trees with weird things.
Potato.
And a little potato.
How about the other one?
That's not.
The other one's also a potato.
They're really kind of hollow
Potato
seed
tree.
pods or something.
Yeah, we found them on
I
a
don't
tree.
know.
It's a potato tree.
Weird.
Your sense of direction is so much better than my sense of direction.
Really?
Wait,
Yes.
wait. These are
I
exact
actually thought
same
we were
walk.
going west and needed to turn north. But you understood we were going east
Yes.
and needed to turn left to go north.
Yes, I know. What would you do without me?
You would still be out there.
As we walk around the property, I just kind of think about our time looking at properties over the last 6 months, and I don't know, I think some of tromping through the woods reminds me of the places that we got to, but was really, I don't know, out in the middle of nowhere with really steep terrain and
Unbuildable.
unbuildable. But then we come to places like this part of the property, and I think I wish we could have found something more like this, like more flat. I mean, this is a little rolling. It's definitely got some terrain to it, I guess.
Significant actually. in some
Down,
areas.
yeah.
But
but-
it's 80 acres, so there's room to have terrain and
Exactly.
some flats. buildable
And the
spaces.
flat buildable spaces, but
And you can just drive here.
right, and
Like,
you can just
in-
drive here,
in the
and
dark.
ultimately I really thought that's what we were going to find when we set out on this search, was something that was a county road and maybe a quarter mile of dirt to it or something, but ultimately very drivable. And I will say I'm still a little discouraged that our property in Idaho that we bought has so much mountain driving to get to it. The windy roads really scare me, just for winter and for the fact of how long it takes to drive them.
And teen drivers.
And teen drivers coming up and things like that. So I still have a lot of trepidation about that. But I don't know, when I walk out here anyway, I've just been thinking about what could have been if we had found something more like this.
But not in
Unfortunately,
Oklahoma.
but not in Oklahoma. Exactly. I don't love the humidity and the heat here, so obviously this was not an option. But I did expect to find something more similar to this up there, and I guess I'm a little bit sad, I guess, that we didn't. So we are on our way this morning to get some raw milk. We're in Oklahoma, which is one of the states that allows you to buy milk from the farm, raw milk from a farm in which it is produced. And so we're gonna go pick up some raw milk this morning. Your destination is on the left.
What are you guys making?
We're making granola.
Yum. What's it have in it?
So it only has oats, cinnamon, oil, maple syrup, and that's all.
Yum. And do you bake it or just mix it up like that?
You bake it in the oven
stirring it every 10 minutes.
Cool. And then how do you eat it?
You can eat it in milk or like any way you want.
Can I put it on or under my ice cream?
No.
Yes. You can do whatever you want with it.
Do you wait till it's cooked or you just eat it like that?
Wait till it's done.
You don't seem to wait till it's cooked.
I'm licking. I'm tasting some out the bowl. All the rest is out there.
Usually it's Friday, and what that means is we get ready for Shabbat. And we don't talk a lot about this on this channel. I mean, we mention, I think, keeping Shabbat and some of the things we do surrounding Shabbat. Shabbat's just a day to rest. For us, it's Saturday. And we take it seriously and we rest. And that means I do as much cooking prep on Friday as I can. I don't mind heating things up in the oven or on the stove, but I try not to just like spend my day cooking. And part of that is that I cook a lot from scratch, and I have missed in the camper cooking so much from scratch and being able to, I don't know, do all of the homemade stuff that I normally do. I make my own everything. I make my own beans in a crock pot, and I make my own broth in a crock pot, and I ground my own wheat, like the wheat berries, into flour, and I hope to do that again someday. But right now I buy flour at the store because I can't carry a grinder, and we're often, as you know, not on grid. So it's exciting being here in this rental house. It's a really cute little house, and you may see we've cleaned up a little bit here on the counters from the other day when it was really bad. And I'm doing some prep. So we have made breakfast for tomorrow morning. Emma made gingerbread for us, and we'll put some whipped cream and fruit on it and eat that for breakfast. And Megan has some challah going, so she'll make challah for tonight. And then I am getting the pizza dough going. I know that's a lot of bread. Hold on just a minute. I know that's a lot of bread, but what happened was we had this tradition of doing pizza on Friday nights, like for a long time. And then we started keeping Shabbat, and we wanted challah on Friday nights. And so nobody wanted to give up the pizza. So we do pizza and challah, but we make the challah into garlic bread, basically. So it kind of goes with our pizza. Like a lot of people would have pizza and garlic bread, and then we'll make a salad. To balance that a little.
Got a little bit of a hole there. Didn't get it very tight. Alright, pick up this one.
Yep.
Under this one. And over that one. And there's not much left to the end, so we're just going to tuck them in.
You tie up some pieces for me?
You making us a salad?
Yes, I'm making a salad for Shabbat.
Did you tie up some for me?
I'm like super solid on my feet.
Trips on his own feet as he's saying it.
Like a rock. My feet are like two rocks.